Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So on today's video, I'm going to show you guys affordable face brushes, all that which you could find online or at the drugstore, and all of them but one are under $15, and these are my ride or die face brushes that I love using, that I enjoy using, and I think they get the job done. If you guys are new to this channel, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it if you did. I mainly do product reviews on my channel, some tutorials and some hauls. So if you guys like those type of videos, please consider subscribing. Hit the post notification bell if you want to receive notifications of when I upload. And without further ado, let's get started with the video. So I have a list here, so if you guys see me look down, it's because I have all my notes right here. So I have 3 brushes that have to do with foundation. Now, 2 of them have a lot to do with personal preference. For example, if you don't like using your fingers often, like I don't, like I went to makeup school, they teach you to put it on a palette. Sometimes I'll put it like on my hand. That way, at least it's on the back of your hand and you're not touching everything else with your fingers or having to wipe your fingers right away. But that's why I like this type of brush. This brush retails for $8 and it's really good to apply your foundation on. And then I usually go in with a makeup sponge and blend everything out. Another brush that is similar to that one is the Juno & Co. This is their ES01 brush. And again, it's a little bit more on the flatter side. The only difference between both of them is that the Juno & Co. is a little bit longer than the ColourPop one, but they both do the job so well and pretty much similar. Just 2 options that you guys have. The Juno & Co. retails for $2 and you can get that at their website. Everything will be linked down below so that you guys know exactly where to get everything. The third foundation brush that I have, and this is the only foundation brush that I actually have that I use to like blend the actual foundation into the skin. This one I find that it actually blends out the foundation really nicely, and very rarely do I find any like brush strokes or anything like that. So it's really nice and dense, and it's gonna really buff that foundation in. So you want something dense. Obviously when you use a brush or a beauty sponge, it's dense, and that's kind of what this brush is mimicking at the same time. So this is a really nice brush to apply foundation if you don't like to use beauty sponges. This brush is really nice to check out. So yeah. Moving on to powder brushes, I have 3 brushes to share with you guys. Starting with this one, this is the e.l.f. Complexion Brush. You can get this one at Target, I believe at CVS, Walmart. This one retails for $4, and this particular one I got at Target. So for sure, you guys can check out Target. You don't have to order this one online. You can just run to your local Target and get this one. I use this brush to set my powder after applying foundation, and this one works really well. Really feel like it really distributes that powder nice and seamlessly. Another brush that I like is this one. This is the Juno & Co. ES03. Again, this one is $2, so it's more affordable than the e.l.f. one, but you do have to order it online. But this brush is so nice. The whole packaging reminds me of like that Marc Jacobs brushes, and I feel like they work so well. It's kind of like a duo fibery kind of brush where you have a little bit more of a different consistency on top than you do at the bottom. It fluffs out when you do it, so that really allows you to diffuse that powder really nice, and the size of it is perfect for anywhere on your face because it's a pretty decent sized brush. Last but not least is this one. This is the Wet n Wild P60 brush. I believe it's called the large powder brush. This one retails for $7.99, and I couldn't find it in stores, so I'll put the link down below where you guys can find it. It'll be straight from the Wet n Wild website. The brush itself is similar to the one that I just showed by Juno & Co. They both work well, so just kind of give you guys a little bit of options here. Moving on to blush. I only have one blush brush, and this one is my tried and true. It's the only brush that's actually, I think it's $16. Yes, it's $16. I got mine at Ulta, and it is the Morphe M527. So this is the only blush brush that I use. I feel like it's the perfect size. I hate when like companies come out with blush brushes that are like really small and like dense. brushes like that are going to really pack on the color too much. And when I use blush, I like it to look more diffused and less heavy on my face. Really nice and fluffy. So when you do put that blush, it puts it on ever so gently onto your face. And I feel like it covers that cheek, apple of your cheek area really, really nice. Moving on to bronzers. Okay, so here is where we get a little crazy. So in my videos, I'm sure you guys have seen me use this Sonia Kashuk brush. This is their blush brush. I use it for bronzer because I feel like I could really get into this area right here, but not really for contouring. I don't really contour ever, so I mainly just bronze. And this brush, I feel like, really gets the job done. The only thing with this brush is that it's no longer available at Target, which is where they usually have Sonia Kashuk brushes. But I did find this website called $1.com, and they have a small inventory of this brush for $1. This company, this website, they have all these like liquidation items that nobody sells anymore, and then they receive them and then they sell them for like cheaper price. So I found this brush for $1. I think I paid like clearance price, I think it was like $6, and then retail price was like $15. So if you guys can find this brush on that website, I'll link it down below. Get it, because this brush is so well made and so worth the $15 that it used to cost, and now you can get it for $1. That's amazing. But if you can't find it, or if you don't want to order it online through that website, this is like the next best thing. This is the Wet n Wild, what is this called? Powder brush. So this is, the bristles on it are a little bit more rougher than this one. This is a lot more softer, but the size of it, this is like the perfect size, similar to this one. So these two are amazing brushes that I enjoy using for like bronzer area, and yeah, making sure that it diffuses that bronzer really nice. It doesn't leave any harsh lines or anything like that. But yeah, bronzer brushes, awesome. Moving on to what I like to call diffuser brushes. For example, if you guys go in heavy on bronzer, heavy on blush, heavy even on highlighting, these brushes are a lifesaver when you want to diffuse all of those colors and maybe get rid of any like harsh lines and stuff like that. Again, here's the thing. Sonia Kashuk had the perfect stippling brush. I don't know why they got rid of it. They call these stippling brushes, or they'll call them like dual fiber brushes, but they no longer have it. But again, that website, $1.com, has an inventory of these, and they only sell them for $1. So if you guys can get your hands on them, run and get that. Totally worth it. This brush allows you to diffuse any harsh lines. It is combined with two different type of bristles, and the one on the bottom is a little bit more densely packed, and then when you get to the top, they're more like airy, so it really creates a really nice airbrush finish. And I love using this brush for whenever I need to maybe diminish any harsh lines, and this one is, it's just perfect. So you guys really need this one in your collection. I did run out to several stores and see if I could find something similar to this brush, but I could not find anything. And then I remembered that Marshall's carries a lot of brushes similar to those, but they're not quite a branded brush. Like, it's not something you could find at Target, Ulta. Like, it's just like random brands that are usually at Marshall's or TJ Maxx. If you guys can go to TJ Maxx and find something similar, I found this one. It looks so similar to this Sonia Kashuk one, and this one was only $4. It's by the brand Kestrel. I looked for it online. I can't find it anywhere. So if you guys go to Marshall's and see something similar, Marshall's might be your best bet, because I literally ran all around town. Target, Ulta had some, but they were like $17, $18, and I don't think they're worth it when you could find this for $4 at Marshall's. I looked at Walgreens. I looked at a lot of stores, and nothing compared to this one except for this brush. Okay, so I have two highlighting brushes that I wanted to share with you guys. One of them is the Morphe M500, and it's this one right here. It's called the Deluxe Pointed Blender, and this one creates, according to their website, whisper soft light diffused application, and I think it's on point with that description. It really allows me to put the highlights right around this area, and it doesn't apply too much. You could build the highlight with the brush, but I feel like the brush, the way it's constructed, it allows you to diffuse that highlight really nicely onto the skin for like a, just like light dusting of a highlight. This one, however, is completely different, and it's marketed as a contouring brush, I believe. This is the mini detail contour. It runs for $7, and if you guys have ever seen Mariah Leonard on YouTube, she puts the highlight with a brush like this, and at first I'm like, that's gonna be too heavily on the skin, but it creates like that glass look effect. How I use this brush is really like just circle in and buff that highlight into the skin, and it just creates the most wet looking highlight on your skin, and for that reason is why I love this brush itself. Last but not least, under eye setting brushes, and for those I have two. The first one is the e.l.f. small tapered brush, and this one runs for $3 at Target, and this one is so overused by me to the point that I almost feel like some of that like product doesn't come off the bristles, and I feel like I'm just gonna have to buy a new one because it's only $3. Yeah, it's only $3, and it's the perfect size and shape for underneath your eye to really get in there and set your concealer with it. I absolutely love this brush. The other one that I enjoy using is this one. This is the Real Techniques setting brush, and it retails for $5.99. I got mine at Ulta, and again, it's small enough to go in between that area where you want to set your concealer. I think I've included everything that I wanted to share with you guys. If you guys have any questions in regards to any of these brushes, please leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, I think that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you guys aren't subscribed to this channel already, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate it so very much. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, if you learned something new, or if you guys haven't seen any of these brushes before, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I think that's it.